Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, this is the part 2 video of how to dial in coffee bean on your Breville Barista Express. Now, if you haven't watched my first video about how to dial in those grinder settings, I would strongly suggest you watch that first and then come back to this video. Now, I'm assuming that you have dialed in well and you have hit the sweet spot and you got the perfect grind setting. So, welcome back. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about brew ratio. I'm sure you have heard about the brew ratio, and some of you commented in my other video regarding the brew ratio. Now, if you see my other video about dialing, I did not get exactly 18 grams in and 36 grams out. That is 1:2 ratio. Now that 1:2 ratio, the brew ratio, that's just a guideline for better tasting coffee. Now let me explain first about brew ratio. Let's look at this. So now you got the idea what is the best brew ratio for your espresso. It depends on what you make. Now, if you don't know the brew ratio to use on your particular bean, then ask the local roaster. They will suggest you what brew ratio to use for that particular bean. Now, I would give you a tip. If you don't know what brew ratio to use, for the medium roast, always go for the higher brew ratio. But for the dark roast, go for the lower brew ratio. That will fix most of the issue. Now, it's all to do with the taste. If you get the perfect taste, stick on to that. Now, this Breville Barista Express, it's semi-automatic machine. When you press the double cup, it's going to extract somewhere between 36 gram up to 54 gram. Now, we just learned that 1:2 or 1:3 ratio, between that is the right setting for your perfect espresso. Now Breville pre-programmed that so that you get that extraction between 36 and 54 gram, which is 1:2 and 1:3 ratio in between that. Now you may ask, is there a way that I can get exactly 1:2 ratio, that better tasting coffee? The answer is yes, you can. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, I want to talk about short timing. The guided time is between 20 seconds and 30 seconds for 1:2 or 1:3 ratio. Now let's do some experiment to see what we can achieve, the short timing and the brew ratio. So let's go. Now I've dialed in this particular coffee bean so that I hit the sweet spot, the taste of the bean. Now my grind setting is at 4. So let's take 18 grams and then we'll pull some shot. Now this time I'm going to weigh the portafilter, the actual ground coffee beans in the portafilter, so that you can be more accurate. Now this is 18.8 grams of beans. I would say 18 grams. Let's put it in the hopper, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the portafilter. Now this is nice and warm and dry, so I'm going to use this. You have the tare function here. Now it's all 0. Now let's measure the bean. Let's see the weight now. This is 15.3, 15.28. Let's have some more. Now this is 17.47, so there's a bit of grinds that are missing, so let me take some more. So I put some beans in. Let's see. Okay, let's measure and see. Okay, now we got 18.92. So I'll take out some bean to be accurate. Okay, that's 18.08, exactly what we measured our bean. Now let's tamp and level and tamp it. So I'm going to use this leveler, the distributor and the tambourine one. Now after distributing it well, now you are ready to tamp. Now this one I've adjusted to the Breville razor height so that I always get a consistent tamp. Perfect. So it's tamped and all ready to go. Make sure you've locked it well. Now let me get a better angle. So let's use the same scale so that we can measure the liquid. So I have this shot glass ready or warmed up, and we'll tare it so that everything is zero. Now I'll also use a timer so that we can time the shot and see. Now I will start timing as soon as I see the first drop in the glass. So let's begin. Okay, so all ready to go. We'll also look at the pressure gauge to see whether we're getting the right pressure range. So let's begin. Okay, so that's 25 seconds, which is right in between 20 and 30, which is the range that we want. And let's see if we can see it correctly. Let me bring it here. Okay, so we got 39.12. 36 is 1:2 ratio, but we got 39, which is very impressive. So let's keep it aside and we'll come back and taste this, let it warm there. So let's quickly make another shot. Let's measure and see. That's 15.98 grams, so I'll need a little more. Now that's 18.56, so let's take some out. Okay, that's exactly 1803, the amount of beans that we put. So let's stamp it and make some coffee. My other shot glass is there, so we are all ready to brew some espresso. So I got my scale, everything ready. This time I'm going to be very accurate on 1:2 ratio. Now, in order to do that, on Breville, you need to go on the manual mode. Now, to do the manual mode, it's very easy. You can press either the single cup or double cup. What you do is you keep pressing that button during the pre-infusion stage, and then release the button, and the espresso will flow till you press that button again to stop. Now, if you don't press the stop button, it won't continue to flow forever. It's going to stop exactly at 20 seconds. Now, we are going to hit that 1:2 ratio. That means we'll have to stop exactly at 36 grams on the scale. So I'm going to watch out my scale, and I'm going to stop timing and the flow of the espresso as soon as it hits 36 grams. Now, I cannot be very accurate, so you'll have to stop maybe at 34-35 grams, and then you see there'll be a lot of drips coming, and then it's going to be 36 grams. So let's target that. I got my scale ready here, and let me reset this. Now I'm going to press the single cup button, and I'll keep on pressing till the pre-infusion is done, and as soon as it is done, I'll release the button and then let it flow up to 36 grams, and then I'll press the same button again to stop. So that's how you do the manual mode. So I'm going to press now. So my timer is ready, and ready, steady, go. That's pre-infusion, and I release the button and I press the timer, and I'll press again as soon as I see 36 grams. So I'll stop a bit before that, so it's 20, 21, 22. Okay, so 18 seconds, 35.67 grams. So I stopped fraction of a second earlier. Let's have a closer look. So that's 35.67 grams in 18.75, almost 19 seconds. So we are almost in the range of 20 to 30 seconds, and we are almost in the range of 36 grams. So I tried my best to stop exactly at 36, which I couldn't, but still fine. You got the number right. So that's how you do the 1:2 ratio in manual mode. On my right is 1:2 ratio, where I stopped exactly at 36 grams, and on my left this is the 1:2.2 ratio, which is the automatic mode from the Breville Barista Express. Let's see if there is any difference between these two taste wise. Okay, this smells better. Anyway, maybe because I made this few minutes ago. Okay, so I'm going to taste this first, the automatic mode, this was 1:2 point something ratio. So let's taste and see. It is a bit bitter. I prefer more milder taste than this, and let's taste the other one. Now let me get some water before tasting this. Now let's taste this one, which is 1:2 ratio exactly. Okay, honestly, I don't find big difference between those two. I think the other one is a bit more bitter. I'm being very picky here, but otherwise I don't see much difference in both. This one I would say slightly tastes better, the 1:2 ratio, but there's no big difference. Anyway, you got the idea about the brew ratio. Some people prefer 1:1 for ristretto and 1:2 and 1:3 for the normal espresso. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you got an idea about brew ratio and how to achieve the 1:2 ratio in the Breville Barista Express. It's all to do with taste and your preference. So enjoy your coffee. Now, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel. And stay tuned. I'll be posting more videos on Breville Barista Express and how to make different types of coffee and more detail on dialing in. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. See you on the next video. Thank you.